Yeah! Let's go. GG. Get the Ruins Greatsword. An even bigger sword than my current sword. Originally rubble from a ruin which fell from the sky, the surviving fragment was honed into a weapon. One of the legendary armaments. The ruin it came from crumbled when struck by a meteorite. As such, this weapon harbors its destructive power. Yeah, this thing hits very hard. It is huge and ridiculous. And does have an intelligence requirement, too, as it does magic damage. Pretty good, though. Definitely a weapon you can make a playthrough around. How many legendary armaments are there? Good question. 9, apparently. At least in the base game. Cool. Well, that took a while. Tough fight. Fun, though. A giant stone astrolabe here. Wonder if the astrologers of Redmane Castle had any political influence. There's an astrologer right there, I think. Did. Yeah, the sword from Morn is also one. That's right, so we have 2. Jaren is here.
Oh, tarnished are you? How did you slip inside with the gate closed? No matter. If you can fell one of them, you're a champion in my book. I am Jaren, foolish old warrior and witness. Incidentally, do you like a good festival from time to time?
Been known to jam.
Well, it's true. This fortress houses only the vanquished. But when the stars align, we celebrate. A war festival honoring the last battle and death of General Radahn, the mightiest demigod of the Shattering and bearer of a great rune.
Great. I love a good festival.
Well, good. As you should. The festival affords glory to warriors. Then all you need is a little patience. When the stars align, the festival will be declared.
The stars align, huh? Got anything else to say?
Have patience, hmm? When the stars align, the festival will be declared.
Okay. And yeah, I put the grafted sword in storage. That's exactly where it is. Let's see here. Doesn't tell me anything. We didn't fight the lions yet. Fire. Oh. Very hard to stagger. Better avoided than fought. Well, we could fight it. Ah, here's one of the things we came here for. The red hot wet blade will allow me to... Goodness. Wait, can I... Cheesy, but I'll take it. Ow. Hey. Okay. It's a fair fight after all. I'll take that. Seems fair. Nothing beats the old knife to the face trick. Wow, I had to tank the poke for that. Nice trade, sir. What's this? High-level smithing stones that we can't use for a long time. Still nice to have them, though. Still nice to have. A good clue that we are under-leveled for the area that we're in. I don't completely agree with the way that they chose to do leveling in this game, with each region sort of having an appropriate level, and there being no variation within that region. I think I prefer a more, like, scattered approach, where within the early area you would find very high-level enemies in some spots, but mostly low-level enemies, such that you never really know what you're going to find around the next corner in terms of power level. I find that more exciting, personally, but I think what they did was pretty good. Like a local map, that'd be really helpful. Will I keep my limitations during the DLC? Yes. Yes. I may do some respecking just to show off to chat the new items, but I don't think I'll use them for any content. Yeah, I won't handle any of the DLC content without keeping to my stipulations. So yes, we'll still be doing no shield, no parries, all that stuff. And level restricted, too. Hello. Twofer. Okay, lions are probably easier to kill if I have more flasks than this. I think we've gotten most of the major things that I wanted out of Red Mane Castle. And indeed out of Caelid at large, I think. Sure, there's some other stuff I could find in early on Caelid. Mostly we came for the castle. Do this early. Oops. Let's go, an Eric, friendly merchant. Good luck in your quest to conquer Ascension 20. It is, in fact, really hard, just like this game is. Even if I make it look easy at times. And even with the restrictions I'm playing under. This is a hard game, Elden Ring. Oops. Okay, 2 lions. Prefer not to fight both at the same time, please. Had enough double boss battles today. I'm tired. Get over here. Thank you. Fun. Get some beast blood and old fangs. Does everything in this game want to kill you? Just the way of FromSoft. Yeah, everything wants to kill you. Always. Definitely. problem. Eric the Friendly Merchant, thanks for the tier 1 sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. Already been in here. There's smithing stone. I think I got all the major loot from Redmane Castle. Unless anyone is aware of something important I missed in here. Look at painting. Yeah, I'm not sure how I came about this, but my superpower is to learn games real fast. So you can take me and a normal person, or an average person, whatever you want to call them, who both suck at a video game at 0 hours, but then at 10 hours, I'm noticeably better. And at 50 hours, it's a dramatic difference. I don't know why. It seems to be every game I play, ever since I was a kid. Thank God that's my job then? Well, yeah, it's my job because of that. Tried other jobs. I find them way less interesting than this. If I had a real job, I'd have to balance it with Elden Ring right now. I don't know how I would be fitting this into my life. Partially why I decided to stream the Elden Ring DLC is I'm going to lose the entirety of my off-stream time if I don't stream it. So why not just stream it so that I can have a life also? Barely, that is. Okay, I think we have everything. Anything else I want to snag from Caelid? Not that I'm aware of. I'm sure there's a few things I could get that are kind of cool. But we can head over to Liurnia. Now that I have the crafting bit, redstone blade, all that stuff. Red whetstone blade. So, let's head somewhere a little bit more level appropriate for us now, which is the Liurnia of the Lakes. Very beautiful place. I think of all the regions of Elden Ring, this is the one I least thoroughly explored in my first playthroughs. So I'm the least familiar with the landscape here. Therefore, I'm probably going to spend a lot of time scouring it to see if I can find stuff that I previously was unaware of. The Church of Irith. Have another sacred tear. That would have been helpful a little bit earlier. Not bad. And a dejected sorcerer.
You're tarnished, aren't you? Then perhaps you could spare some runes. Believe it or not, I studied glintstone sorceries at the Academy of Rea Lucaria. For a small donation, I'd be happy to share my knowledge.
Sure, you can have 10 runes.
Well, bless you, bless you. You're a true saint. My name is Topes. Presuming you're interested, I can teach you sorceries, as promised. Only, none of them are particularly great.
I like how open he is that he's just a crap sorcerer.
Apologies, friend. I'm afraid my meager sorceries are no match for your generosity. All right, I can tell you what I know about this place. That should help a bit. You've seen that structure to the north, towering over the water. That's the Academy of Rea Lucaria, where we study glintstone sorceries. Only its doors have been closed for quite some time now. After they declared they wouldn't interfere with the shattering, the Academy cast repelling seals on the east gate leading to the capital, and the south gate leading here. As you might have guessed, the seals are still active, making entry to the academy impossible without a glintstone key. And so I'm stuck here. A fledgling sorcerer with little chance of acquiring a key.
That's tough.
When they cast the seals, I'd just popped out. And now I'm uprooted from my place of learning.
How long ago was the shattering? I think that's really unclear to me.
Why not find yourself a glintstone key? Without one, you can't pass through the academy, and you'll never reach the Erdtree capital. And if you find an extra glintstone key, perhaps, once you've tied up all your loose ends, and I can be very patient, would you consider donating it to me? I know it. I'm a bluntstone. Nary a hint of talent for sorcery. But still, my place is at the academy.
It's got Glintstone Pebble, Glintstone Arc. Arc is pretty good, and the Light Spell. Not sure. Alright, well, if I find an extra key, I'll keep you in mind, Tops. You'll be top of the list. Ha. Skeletons. More skeletons. Skeleton with a big axe. Oh no. Big skeleton. That's it? That's lame. Mind the gap. First things first, we should get the map. Be some stuff hidden around. Kind of the same kind of basic soldiers here that we see in other places, but they look different. They've got the carrion colors on them, and they have these little magic grenades instead of firebombs. I like that the developers gave this minor but important variation to the enemies in different regions to give them some flavor. Stone Craftsman's Cookbook. Allows us to craft Cuckoo Glintstone, which is, I believe, what we just saw that fellow use. The magical grenades, basically. A good intelligence scaling consumable. Not for our build.
You're new around here. Surprised you found me in my little nook. No matter.
Kind of hard to miss.
Your money's as good as anyone else's. Why don't you take a look at my wares? Oh, but don't ask me how I got my hands on them, eh?
Another way to buy the lantern. Take your smithing stone 2s. Here's where we make crystal darts. Okay, now we can make these. The stock is a pretty good weapon, I think. Thrusting sword. Oh, and the astrologer's set. Let's buy some astrology equipment. For decorative purposes. Let me look with the hood on. That's pretty good with the bandit set, too, actually. I'm also going to go for one blue flask, now that we have an Ash of War that's actually pretty good. Okay.
Not everyone can...
Is this way. Follow the lights. Oh, that's where you came from. See East Liurnia, which goes quite a bit up, and that extends the upper range of the map. Now we have a rectangle instead of a square. It's kind of cool. Lots of places to go in Liurnia. Lots of stuff to do here. Not quite sure where to get started. I guess we'll just poke around and see what we find. Malefactor's Everjail. We'll start here. Of fire. Let's see. Or a combustion spammer. Hello and welcome, wayward minion. Gave the fire back. That's right. Hey, wait, this isn't Slay the Spire? This is Slay the Friar. Might be too slow a weapon for this caster, but let's try again. Oh no, not the flail. Hey. I call shenanigans. Smoke's armor, so. Big fire. There we are. Flame of the Fell God. This legendary incantation. Oop. My text. Is one of several that draws directly from the power of the fire giants. Perhaps Adon stole it from them. Releases a ball of raging fire said to be inhabited by a fell god. Fireball floats towards enemies and explodes. That's what we saw them use. Arganthy, the chief guardian of the flame, had kept this incantation a well-kept secret until it was stolen by Adon. The fell god still lurks within the fire giants. Bandits. Is that something? That looks like something. No. Like a caravan they raided. Tough place to go through. Not very friendly locals. And some flame priests are here. What are they doing here? Tragically born without knees. It's true. Never had the chance to be an adventurer like you. To have attracted some attention. flask back. Wonderful. There are not limitations to the inventory. You can pick up as much as you want in this game. Don't always go out of my way to get every single item. Sure, spur me. Just fine. Fire Monk's Prayer Book. The fire monks who came from the mountaintops of the giants, far to the north. Oh, flame. Oh, cured meat. Jasper Larvitar says the general consensus on why they're here is searching for a dawn. The giant's flame that was stolen. That's kind of cool. Very cool. In a lot of cases, the game just kind of places objects or characters in such a way that creates a story, and you're left to interpret the meaning of that yourself. Like witnessing a crime scene. The evidence indicates what could have happened, but what everyone draws the conclusion of might not be the same thing. Think that. You can see here, glintstone crystals. They're plentiful here in Byrnia. The magical crystals that give the sorcerers their power. Pretty much all their sorceries have to be channeled through glintstone, shaped into crowns or staves, or even just broken as basic crystals. But without it, there is no sorcery. Ah, here's the poison swamp, by the way. Fortunately, you can just ride Torrent through it. But yeah, you get poisoned if you are afoot here. There are big crabs. Vow of the Indomitable. There's a way up over here. Yeah, the pumpkin heads. Both Robocop. This is a new character, and part of the challenge is that I can't level up as much as I want to. But yes, our relatively low health at this moment is part of that. elite now. This is St. Trina. Village of the Albinorix. Oh. These are they, the Albinorix, old men whose legs don't work. He's doing his best, though. The Albinorix are a strange people, to be sure. This village is done for. Please, even if it's just you, old Albus, hide well and still your breath. Phantasmal Miller? Dear. There's a bridge over here. Like there's an NPC somewhere around here that I'm supposed to meet. Not Albus, but another one. It's an Albinorix hiding here. Crystal sword. That's right, Nefeli can be here. I may need to do something first. Yeah, I think she's back at the hold. We did talk to her in Stormvale. She's not here, though. Might not have talked to her in the Stormvale throne room. Yeah, that might be it. Let's go do that. That's not where I'm going. She's also not here. Do I consider myself an experienced Souls player? I would say so, yeah. Yeah, she's right here.
Ah, yes. I wonder if you've met my foster father. He's in his study. The room Encher's guarding just over there. If you haven't already, I advise you introduce yourself. Father is leader of the Round Table. I'm sure talking to him will be
Gideon
worth
is
your
her
while.
adoptive father.
It's about time I headed off. I'll see you again, warrior, should the fates deign it.
Should the fates deign it. That's right. People don't leave places until I come by so they can tell me they're leaving. Obviously. Yeah, there you are. Hey.
Oh, it's you. Well, what do you make of it? What's happened to this village? I
Ransacked.
witnessed a sight much the same in my infancy. The oppression of the weak. Murder and pillage unchecked. A waking nightmare made by men. But this time, I'm a woman grown. And though the suffering cannot be undone, I can still mete out justice. Justice to the oppressors. Let the scars I carve remind them. I am Nefeli Lu, warrior. But this time, and though the justice, let the scar...
Justice. Let justice be done. Let us avenge the people of this town by defeating their oppressors or whatever. Their flammable perfumes look pretty cool. I think it's an art only practiced in the capital. Perfuming, that is. Very well lit jar. Temptingly breakable.
Please, no. Dear me. I haven't a clue. No secrets lie with me, not a one. Oh, please leave me be.
Sir?
Wait then. You're not one of them? Well, what a relief. Oh, goodness me. I am Albus and Albinoric. As you can see, we're finished. The whole village is finished. The cursemongers have destroyed everything. No one that remains has their wits about them. I beg you. Would you look after this medallion? You must keep it out of the cursemonger's hands.
Oh, good. Here's my secret.
And if you should meet the young Albinoric Latena, then please give it to her.
Latena. We'll be meeting her. Right half of a split medallion depicting the Halig tree. Brandishing this medallion with both halves will activate the Grand Lift of Rold, granting access to a hidden path. In other words, this secret medallion will guide the bearer to the land of Miquella's Halig tree. This is part of how you get to the quote-unquote secret area of the Halig tree and fight, of course, the legendary Millennia, who's quite infamous for her performance in this game. He is a long way away from us yet, but we'll eventually go there. Was able to find the Halig tree in my first blind playthrough. It's quite fun to discover. Albinoric blood clot. The thick, coagulated blood of the Albinorics. Albinorics are life forms made by human hands. Thus, many believe them to live impure lives, untouched by the Erd Tree's grace. They are a constructed life form. Strange. I want to use my dagger for this fight. Have a knife fight. We can summon Nefeli Lu here. That seems appropriate, actually. I wonder if she has anything to say. Let's summon her. For story reasons. It's not a hard fight up ahead. Twin axes, I like it. And then a burning pile of bodies, as well as an Omen Killer Hunter are here, who wields 2 great machetes. And there's also 2 dogs as backup. And this particular type of enemy, paired with 2 dogs, I think is a deliberate reference to Dark Souls 1, the Capra Demon, who you fight in an enclosed space with exactly those weapons, with 2 dogs as backup. Oops. Get him, Nefeli. Yeah, no, she had no dialogue. Didn't think so. Not a bad fight, just in a bad arena, the Capra Demon? Yeah, the arena fight of the Capra Demon definitely makes it miserable in the way that it is. Is this? Reduce damage and impact of headshots taken. A talisman fashioned from a bony knot that embodies the aspects of various creatures said to have grown on the human body long ago. Gross. Born partially of devolution, it was considered a signifier of the divine in ancient times, but is now increasingly disdained as an impurity as civilization has advanced. An impurity? Nefeli's not here anymore. I don't have to talk to her again here, right, Nefeli? I think so. Map here. Marionette soldiers here. What's this? Inverted tower. Erudition guide thee, it says. Which is a fairly generic message. I believe in this case it means have big intelligence stat. And then something happens here. It's not going to be for us. Oh, it means use erudition gesture. Ah. Ah. See. Here. Should be an Erd Tree avatar around here. Guarding the crystal tears. There you are. Cerulean and Ruptured. Hey, I'm reading. We'll guard stuff somewhere else. So that's the explosion one, and restore half your FP one. Okay. Exploding is fun. Yes, there are definitely silly uses for the exploding one in PvP. Jasper says, Elden Ring Bingo has a square where players need to kill a boss with the explosion of the explosion tier. It's also quite cool. Let me go get the domes in this little outcrop. You. How's it going, friendo? Ah, the poor fellow gone perfectly mad. Love, revenge, the frenzied flame melts it all away. Mad, he says. Dead? Misbegotten there. Oh, somebody here? Edgar, the Revenger. This is the man whose daughter was killed. He now lives only for revenge. Should we meet him here? Irina. What's her name? The guy at Morn Castle. Now he invades us as a hostile force. Shabriri Grape. Banish Knight's Halberd +8. Some meat. Delicious meat. Is he eating these people? Concerning. Vara would be around here if I hadn't already killed him. But yes, Rhea and Diallo should be somewhere around here. In the lake. I don't think I've ever done Rhea's storyline. Ooh, root resin. Hello. Look at that root resin. That's good stuff. Okay, so this is a good root resin farming spot then. The Shack of the Revenger. Remember that if I want to make weapon grease. Yeah, I killed Var. He called me maidenless. I had to. Can't allow such slander to be spoken. The night sky is very full of stars in Liurnia. Seems to me a particularly good place to observe the stars. Sorcerers of Raya Lucaria must surely agree. Goose Everjail. This one's kind of fun. Interesting, you start kind of far away from the jail. about the same damage as doing a crippled sword. Not substantially better, it seems. GG. Get the Great Blade Phalanx spell. That's kind of cool. Rion, thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Cozy Zip Club. So glad people are enjoying the Elden Ring content. Definitely fun to make. Here, right? Yeah. Nothing out there. This is what Elden Ring shows you when you're at the edge of the game world. Nothing. Nothing to see. If there's stuff to see, it means you can go there. Not sure if I'm going to go to the chapel, but we are going to go to the belfries here. As well. Yeah, exactly, Ducktun. I figured with everybody else already rushing to be the first one to show off all the DLC content, why not just take my time? Start a new playthrough, be different in some way. Plus, that's what I wanted to do anyway. So I think it's more fun for me. Hey, there's loot down there. Wait, that guy's got a pretty cool warhammer. Wait. There is a realistic looking warhammer in this game. Forgot about that. What's that thing called? Not sure why they had Albinauric blood in a treasure chest. Kind of weird. Oh no. No! Saw that coming. Stupid dog. The dogs in this game are vicious. That's a war pick, okay. It's like a war hammer, but they're using it backwards. Stupid dog, you made me look bad. Not sure what's up with the giant... Oh, that's a... It's a troll that's a mausoleum knight. Must be a walking mausoleum nearby. No, not the dog. Yes, I do remember the glitched rot dogs that were able to one-shot you. Do remember that. What we got here? More blood? Rocks. Rocks and blood. That's what you want in treasure chests. He took the better choice by far. Right in the head. How's it going, Hambuli? I think we're doing our best to be an ironclad today. The big sword. The heavy blade, as it were. This is definitely a heavy blade. Get the loot. Not in DLC lands, that's correct. I made a new character for the DLC, so I started a fresh save yesterday, and we're going to work our way towards the DLC. The throwing knives are kind of like silent, that's true. Few opponents. Whoa. the best. And you better believe that was satisfying to run through them and cut them down like dogs. Hell yeah. Love how much of a variety of battle tactics the player has available in this game. You too, buddy, huh? Most weapons you can't attack into these guys' shields, but with a colossal sword you can. Don't recall ever seeing this specific sword. It is sold by a merchant hereabouts. Yeah, at the isolated merchant shack. You get it right here. But if you didn't buy it from a merchant, you would have never seen it. Carrion Knight's Sword. What do we hear about the Carrion Knights? Great sword embedded with blue glintstone. Weapon of knights sworn to Carrion royalty. These knight swords would serve as catalysts, letting them wield sorcerous battle skills. Despite numbering fewer than 20, this power made them a match for even the champions of gold in battle. A sorcerer knight definitely sounds like a fearsome opponent. Yes, the sword is really big. Definitely. His big sword. Kind of funny. When we're talking to people, it's often just kind of poking off the edge of the screen, making it look even bigger than it really is. Missed the belfries, didn't I? Yeah, they're back up there. Okay, let's go back over there. Except there's a map right there. I've stumbled upon it. It's even better. West Liurnia. Notably, there's a Middle Liurnia. We have the ridges on both sides mapped out now, including Carrion Manor, I believe. Have a plan for the build? Yes, we're going to go quality build, so equal parts strength and dexterity. Enough vitality to survive, but mostly it's about scaling our physical damage as much as possible. There we go. Here we are. E.g., forgive me. These royal grounds were placed in our trust, but we stood no chance. E.g. is the name of the blacksmith that Blythe recommended. Warding seals of... Wait. Oh, it's a rock piece. I was like, what is that? Suspicious-looking ground right here. What I thought. Fog gate, huh? Yeah, close enough. Oh no. Didn't know there was one of these that was like a proper boss. These are awful. Really cross distance. man, Foggate got hands. Sure will die more than a few times to Royal Revenants in this run. These things are jerks. Jerks beyond measure. What? Let's see, that doesn't correspond to the entrance. Where's the entrance? Grubby raiding again. Welcome, welcome everybody from Grubby's stream. Thank you once again for generously raiding us while we play through Elden Ring. Working our way through Liurnia now. We started a new character yesterday, so I wanted to play through the whole game, including the DLC. Now we are getting closer to our goal. Grubby says, I have a Spire question. You have a boss swap, silent, floor 17 choice, Ascension 20 heart. You've added about 5 attack cards, a burst, and a well-laid plans. Got 300 golden bank and 4 strikes remaining. Your choices are A, Busted Crown, B, Ectoplasm, Ectoplasm again? Wait, Busted Crown, Ectoplasm, what's the third one? So C, Snecko. Snecko Eye, huh? I would never take the Busted Crown there. I would say either Ectoplasm if you're going for an energy relic, or you could potentially take the Snecko Eye too. That's going to depend on exactly what cards you have. Kind of have to have some trust in Snecko. And the boss swap was for Slaver's Collar. Okay, that would make me more inclined to go Snecko there. If you already have a way to have 4 energy Snecko in the elite fights could be pretty good. If your cards didn't work well with Snecko at the time, you might have to try to fix the deck by getting to a shop. You got 300 gold, so you can buy better cards for the Snecko Eye, and maybe remove some cards. But if you just wanted energy, then I would say Ectoplasm. Okay, but where is the way down? I've lost it somehow. Gone. Gone to the wind. And it was 2 quick slashes too, huh? Is that better for Ecto? I guess with 5 energy and Act 2 elites, the quick slashes would go. I guess my question back to you is, what did you pick, and how well did it work out? Sometimes in Spire you get no right answers. It's just like, you're gonna lose the different flavors. Gonna sleep on it. Ah, okay. There you go. So profoundly confused. Walking over the same few things. This sword is the Zweihander. It is a colossal sword. And that's the weapon category. It's also an accurate description of it. Okay, maybe fire potions. Fire pots, rather. They're not potions. It's an actual pot. They can teleport. Didn't die. Got him with the firebomb. Frozen Needle. It's a frostbite thrusting sword. Ooh, that's a cool weapon. I don't think I've seen this before. A razor-thin, piercing blade of ice forged by Iji, the Carrion Royal Blacksmith. Can inflict frost upon enemies and launch its blade with a strong attack. Blade immediately regenerates. It's got impaling thrust. Wait, can you infuse this thing? Yeah, Frozen Needle dual-wielded with Antspur Rapier is going to be insane. No, you can't infuse it. Okay, I didn't think so. But that is a cool weapon. It only requires strength and dex, so we can actually use it. Might do that. Gonna need some more dexterity, though. Hey, that's not a real wall. I did find the Ice Rind Hatchet. First time I played it. We don't have it yet. That's a pretty good one.
Well, look at you. We don't receive many visitors. I presume you are tarnished? What brings you here?
Lakes.
Oh, pardon me. It's hardly my place to ask, is it? I am E.G., a blacksmith who once served the Carrion Royals. An old codger who refuses to retire his rusty hammer. So here I am, still quietly plying my trade on this spot. Perhaps you'd like a display? These bones are old, but still able.
Silver smithing stones, huh? Level up the flamberge. Get the first 3 upgrades on that. Seems like a weapon we might use. Oh yeah, the Frozen Needle is a somber stone weapon. You can only upgrade it to +2. I might as well do that for now. Please take care, sir.
Oh, watch out there. When I'm absorbed in my smithing, I lose sight of all else. If you come too close, I'm apt to cause you harm. I am, after all, terribly large compared to you, Tarnished. You don't know
not all that's
how
causing me
hard
harm.
it is not to break anything while I work. Brave Tarnished. A word of warning, if you please. This territory once belonged to the Carrion royal family. Their manor lies not far beyond this point. When the Raya Lucaria Academy turned on the Carrions, the Knights of the Cuckoo descended on this tract. After leveling it, they carried on to the manor. The Carrions were taken off guard, but their strength had not waned, and they repelled the Knights' onslaught by conjuring an enchanted snare that remains potent to this day. That is why I say, Tarnished,
Snare.
don't go near the manor, unless you wish to lie with the corpses of the heedless Knights of the Cuckoo.
Greek Geek, thanks for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club.
Blythe actually did that, did he?
He did.
Quite a rare occurrence for such a guarded soul as he. Perhaps he sensed something unusual about you. At any rate, If you're friendly with Blythe, I've something else that might suit you.
So now we can buy the Carrion Filgreed's Crest. Lower the FP consumed by skills. An honor said to have been awarded to Carrion Knights who served as direct retainers to the kingdom's princesses. Now there is only one princess, Rani, daughter of Renala. Does anyone know how much that reduces the cost? That does sound pretty good, because we are using our Ash of War pretty frequently at this time. 25%, that's a lot. That's a good percentage. I didn't know FromSoft could make percentage numbers that big anymore. Thought we'd outlawed that. Alright, let's go back over here. There's at least one more thing I want to do before I end stream today. I'm going to have to end pretty soonish. Although that gigantic raid definitely makes me want to keep going. Revenants all over the place in Liurnia. I'm not sure exactly why. What is that? It's a demi-human. Good for you. Yeah, there are a number of different weapons that can serve as sort of a stat stick. They're like the sacrificial axe, as in Wechter notes. You could have something, if you're two-handing a weapon, whatever's in your offhand. So for me, for example, here, I'm not allowed to use a shield, but I can use a off-handed weapon that provides a passive effect. That's legit. What's in the box? Leaves. Fallen leaves tell a story. Gratson Wechter. Thanks for sharing without spoiling. Cannot wait to get to the DLC content. Very excited. I'm gonna get my butt kicked a lot. I'm guessing our death counter is gonna go over 1,000, tackling the DLC first time. Given that just a particular boss Could be up to 100 or more. Good hits. Too focused on trying to figure out where the little ones were. Jerks. Wait, the DLC has enemies? Uh-oh. That's a spoiler. This is bad. No, don't kill me. You're supposed to run away now that your boss is dead. What percent of the base game would I say that I am through at this time? Maybe 20%? Not very much. There's a lot. We have beaten Godric, yeah. We took his great rune. Ah, the spear talisman, yes. A talisman depicting a spear and a soldier. Enhances counterattacks that are unique to thrusting weapons. My understanding is that this is the only reference the game makes to this mechanic. This is a mechanic that's been in Dark Souls engine games for a long time. I think since at least Dark Souls 1. That is to say, any thrusting attack that strikes an enemy during their attack receives bonus counter damage. And this talisman makes that damage even bigger. This is one of the big reasons I like using the Zweihander over something like the Greatsword, is that the poke attack of the heavy attack, this thrust, is piercing and thus can benefit from that counter damage. And thus can also benefit from the talisman here. And then something that we can do, talked about how damage multipliers stack with each other in this game multiplicatively, which can get really strong. So it's our thrusting attack is an R2 attack, so that means it's also a charge attack. And if we use the Axe Talisman and the Spear Talisman together, then when we perform a charged thrust, if the enemy was attacking at that time, they'll take multiplied bonus damage off both of the trinkets, and the damage will be insane. I might want more trinket slots for that, or at least more base strength, though. Otherwise, I don't think it's quite worth it yet. Oh, dear. Going down, then. Crystal Cave Moss. snail snake things. These are weird. Don't know why Miyazaki decided to marry snakes together. Perverse. Snails should not have teeth. Take that. Are snails cowards? Yeah, slugs are doing it correct. Slugs are doing the no shield playthrough and are therefore goated, as you might say. Snails are cowards, hiding behind their shell. Very cool. It kind of reminds me of the crystal caves in Dark Souls. Little area before Seath the Scaleless. I don't think we're going to fight a dragon, though, thankfully. The snail just tried to bite me. Bloodhound Knight. These guys are a little tough. Got weird combos. Don't know how to predict them very well. Thought that might stagger you. Dead. Cerulean Amber Medallion, which increases our maximum FP. That's just definitely worse than reducing our skill cost, though. There's a woman here. Ever played Magicka? The 4-player co-op wizard game? Yes.
Fell tarnished. What do you
Oh,
want?
tarnished.
I told the all-hearing brute that I possess no such medallion. Or have you come to take more from me? Was my other half not enough?
All-hearing brute. Sounds like one Sir Gideon, all-hearing. If he has anything to say about this. Also, we seem to have an invader. Ensha. The Royal Remains. Fearsome opponent. Apparently. Clinging Bone. The Bone Zone. Now where Ensha was, we find armor? Yeah, the Royal Remains armor. What does it say of this armor? Worn by the unspeaking adherent of Sir Gideon the All-Knowing. It is said that the bones belong to an ancient lord, the Soulless King, the lord of the lost and desperate, who is known as Ensha.
You. What is it?
About Ensha.
Oh, my apologies for that nasty business. Ensha got rather ahead of himself, it seems. As his master, I'd like to express my regret. But now, Ensha is slain and gone. Finished. Forevermore. Yeah, allow me to tender some advice in regard to the half of the secret medallion you possess. Find the Albinoric woman. She hides in a cave to the west of the Laskia ruins, which jut
Oh, he tells you straight up where she is. Yeah, he's been there.
She knows the location of the medallion's counterpart, I'm sure.
About the secret medallions.
Find the Albinoric woman. She knows the...
We have found her. Hey.
I told the all-hearing brute already that I possess no such medallion.
That's because I have
Or
it.
have you come to take more from me? Was my other half not enough?
Check this out.
Do you speak true? So old Albus entrusted his medallion to you. Then I've no choice but to trust that this was his dying will. Let's try again. I'm Latenna. An Albinoric, the same as old Albus. My apologies for my coarse words earlier. I presume the worst. Seeing that you're another tarnished like that all-hearing brute, I hope that you will forgive me.
Yeah, the sword looks really silly. With a slight zoom in, when the tip goes just off the edge of the screen, it feels like it's infinitely long, right? Like when there's a skyscraper and the top is in the clouds, you can't see it. It just seems bigger than it even is.
The medallion.
Oh, that's Shadowheart's voice. Oh, that's cool. I didn't recognize.
Consider doing me a great service. I must go back. There is
That's
something
cool.
I must do, even if I must say farewell to my wolf Lobo. Will you show me the way? To the land of Mikkela's Halig tree. If you accept, I would gladly apprise you of the whereabouts of the medallion's other half.
Yeah, tell me.
Thank you kindly. They say the other half of the medallion is beyond the Forbidden Lands, north of the Erdtree, in Castle Sol, on the mountaintops of the Giants, accessible by the Grand Lift of Rold.
That sounds far away.
Then I suppose it's time. Farewell, Lobo. My faithful wolf. My better half. I will go with the Tarnished, so that our journey will not have been in vain. Forgive me, Lobo.
Here's where I'd make a savage dad joke based on this wolf's name, but I fear that that might be a low bow.
Call upon me when needed, and I
Hitting
will
below the belt,
fight
so
at
to
your
speak.
side.
No refunds. Okay, so we have met the old Albinoric woman. We now know where the other half of the medallion is. It's, not here. Really. Oh yeah, I wanted to show off the belfries. Let's do that before I end. The foot of the four belfries. This is a little pretty cool location in the game world. Mausoleum Knight Troll. Curious. Over here. Having credit with no head? It's like no weak point. We dropped the Troll Knight's sword. Cool. Great sword embedded with blue glintstone, weapon of the trolls in service to the royal family of Caria. Called into service when the queen invoked an oath they swore. The trolls are treated as true knights of Caria and fight arm in arm with their human comrades. I don't have an imbued sword key, right? It's at the top. So this place serves as a sort of spoilery area where you're given the opportunity to get some glimpses into other parts of the game world. Gateway to vistas of ill repute. What's this one say? The Precipice of Anticipation. That'll take us back to the Chapel of Anticipation, where we can get revenge on that grafted scion. I kind of like that idea. Let's use our key on this one. Come back and look at the others in a future time. So here we are, the Chapel of Anticipation. This is where it all began. Ah! Rolled by butterflies. I forgot about that. Rude. Miyazaki, why? Okay, going back. It's got a fog gate and everything. This time will be different, though. You. Yeah.